The BMW Championship was supposed to be the ultimate test of the FedExCup Playoffs, the top 50 players in the world battling for a spot in the Tour Championship. Instead, the event has become a graveyard of hopes, dreams, and shattered seasons. 9 players have suddenly disappeared from the field, and the golf world is demanding answers. From a $66 million star to a defending champion fighting for his career, the BMW Championship has delivered chaos instead of closure, and the chaos is only just beginning. The BMW Championship at Bellerive Country Club in St. Louis began with a field of 50 players, but that number was smaller than it should have been. The playoffs had already been reduced by a series of withdrawals that left the field feeling more like a ghost town than a championship. Daniel Berger was the first to fall. The 3-time PGA Tour winner, who has earned more than $33 million in his career, was forced to withdraw from the playoffs due to a back injury. Berger missed the cut in 4 of his last 5 events to end the regular season and sat out the Wyndham Championship. His ranking of number 60 was barely enough to keep him inside the top 70, but it no longer matters. His season ended before it could truly begin. Robert MacIntyre followed. The 30-year-old Scot had already suffered a nightmare at the FedEx St. Jude Championship, shooting an 82 in the opening round, his worst round ever on the PGA Tour. He withdrew before the second round, citing a knee injury that was later revealed to be a cyst. He entered the BMW Championship ranked 36th in the FedExCup standings, needing at least a 3-way tie for 15th to advance to the Tour Championship. Without a single shot, his season was over. The field was already shrinking, and the most shocking withdrawal was yet to come. Sepp Straka's withdrawal from the BMW Championship has stunned the golf world. The Austrian star, ranked number 5 in the FedExCup standings, pulled out of the event for a private family matter. His manager, Butler Melnick, did not disclose the nature of the family matter in a statement that said Straka had asked for privacy. The timing is shocking. Straka is number 5 in the FedExCup and was virtually guaranteed a spot in the Tour Championship. But there's a twist. Straka's withdrawal leaves a 49-man field for the BMW Championship at Bellerive. The Austrian native can still be bumped out of the top 6 of the European Ryder Cup standings by Shane Lowry or Ludwig Aberg this week. Either way, Straka is likely to be a pick, but the silence around his withdrawal is deafening. The man who was supposed to be a lock for the Tour Championship had suddenly vanished, and nobody knew why. With so many players withdrawing, the stakes at the BMW Championship have become even higher. Only 30 players will advance to the Tour Championship, and the bubble battle is now more intense than ever. Rickie Fowler entered the week as the ultimate bubble boy. He was ranked number 30 in the FedExCup standings, the last qualifying position for the Tour Championship. He hasn't qualified for the Tour Championship since 2023, and his performance at the BMW Championship has left him in jeopardy. Fowler bogeyed 3 of his final 6 holes on Saturday to shoot 69. That left him 20.938 points behind the cutoff and projected at number 32. He's seeking his 8th Tour Championship start and first since 2023. Making the top 30 comes with certain benefits, ranging from FedExCup prize money, a multi-year tour exemption, a Masters invitation among exemptions to the US and British Opens, and in all likelihood the PGA too. Kurt Kitayama entered the week at number 28, but is projected to be the odd man out at number 31. Bud Cauley started the week at number 29 and is projected to finish number 33. Alex Noren is at number 34, and JT Poston is at number 35. The bubble has burst for some of the game's biggest names, and the chaos is only just beginning. Not everyone on the bubble is fading. Gary Woodland, who started the week at number 31, entered the final round at 11 under in T4 after a Saturday 70. He's projected to climb all the way to number 19 and book his first trip back to Atlanta since 2019, the year he won the US Open. Patrick Cantlay also is coming through in the clutch. The
The 2019 FedExCup champ started the week at number 43 and is projected to zoom to number 22 after a third-round 66 lifted him to T2. He's seeking his first win in 4 years since winning the 2022 BMW, but will need another good round on Sunday to secure a top finish if he wants to make it to the Tour Championship, which he has made 5 straight years and 8 of the last 9. Sunjae M, who entered the week at number 40, is projected to snag the coveted 30th and final berth. He's trying to extend an impressive streak in which he's made it to the Tour Championship in all 7 years since joining the PGA Tour, the second longest active streak of qualifying to Eastlake behind only Rory McIlroy with 8. The bubble is bursting for some, but for others, it's the start of a redemption story.
The chaos at the BMW Championship was made worse by the TV coverage. The final round was delayed at 9:45 a.m. ET, which caused NBC to air taped coverage of the tournament instead of going live. The broadcaster cut away from the taped coverage once live shots were available, but the damage was done. Fans who had tuned in to watch the drama were left with confusion and frustration. The coverage was a disaster, and the fans were left demanding answers. The BMW Championship has been rocked by a wave of withdrawals. Daniel Berger is out with a back injury. Robert MacIntyre is out with a knee cyst. Sepp Straka is out for a family matter. And the bubble battle is more intense than ever. The questions now are impossible to ignore. Will Straka's family matter be resolved in time for the Tour Championship? Can MacIntyre recover from his knee injury? And what does the chaos say about the state of professional golf? One thing is certain, the BMW Championship has delivered chaos instead of closure, and the golf world is demanding answers.